Man,
T-Man.
He should be coming in.
Oh, okay.
So
No,
as I
I'm
was,
him.
they were complimenting me, and I explained to them I learned an easy way to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. It seriously is the
ass.
easiest thing I've ever done. What'd you say?
You cut your leg off?
No.
That's easy, 50 pounds.
If you want to lose it easy, if you want to lose 50 pounds really easy, you start using British betting sites.
There you go.
Roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
What's going on,
Is the exchange
everybody?
rate of my humor a little off?
Give or take. Mostly take, but What's going on, everybody? Princeton Phalanx chiming in. Hopefully no show cancellation this time. If so, I want my money back. Well, I mean, the good news is you get
I'm sorry,
all
after
$0
the show
back.
2 weeks ago.
We are non-refundable, but we are transferable.
Exactly. We got a fun show in store for everybody tonight. It's going to be more of a lighthearted show. We're going to still talk some news, but this is actually July 8th, believe it or not, was the 5th anniversary of Figure Action. We've been going for 5 years now. So we're going to go back and reflect on some of the memories we have and really just talk about how much the show has changed in the 5 years. We got a founding member with us tonight. We've got Deluxe, so I'm looking forward to having him on. We're going to talk. I'm looking forward to talking some of the SDCC reveals that we've got so far. So I'm pretty excited about some of the stuff we're getting. But before we get into that, make sure, if you haven't already, slam that like button because it helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already, ring that notification bell. And if you're watching us here live on YouTube, thank you very much. We couldn't do this show without y'all, our audience. But pop in that live chat. We've got a whole bunch of cool folks hanging out with us. We've got Toy Mafia, Princeton Phalanx, McLowry, TF Hustler, Aquateki. We've got Mariano Chagon, Roland Rage, and of course, we in the show are popping in there. So be sure to drop a comment. We'll be highlighting your comments throughout the course of the show. And hey, let us know what your favorite Figure Action memory over the course of the past 5 years has been. Anyway, let's get into it. Find out how everybody's doing. We'll start off with Dave, Trustarscreamer. Dave, how the hell are you? And did you anything cool this week?
How am I doing? We'll leave that one rhetorical. It's been a fun, crazy week.
Fair
but holy crap! I will say it's actually I got a whole lot of crap. Believe it or not. It's
Nice.
Nice thing is it's some
you got
good
some
deals.
G.I. Joes?
I got a few actually, but I got a few Marvel Legends. A little bit of regret, but I couldn't say no to the deal because they basically had them at 50% off. So got Corsair, White Queen, who I know is absolutely a horrendous figure, but she'll look good, at least kind of posing. And I got the Cyclops, which is pretty cool, though it's no build-a-figure part. But like I said, not going to pay $25 for these, but I'll pay $13 for them.
I was going to say, getting them 2 for 1 takes some of the sting out of that.
Agreed.
Exactly. I would have gotten 3 for 1, but unfortunately security was watching me.
Sure.
Arctic Bats in here. They just arrived today.
Surprised they came in shippers.
I know, same here. Also, on closeout, I know I'm getting a little bit of glare here. I did get the Origins Jazz, so I got him for 30% off.
That's a good pickup.
Nice.
So,
Fun fact, he's still on Target's website on pre-order for $25. I just saw
as
it
they
today.
say, patience in pockets, as they say.
Right.
Sunday I got Torpedo, but I was going to review him, but if you guys have paid attention to my site, you would have seen that I actually ended up reviewing Fei Long instead. And if you haven't watched that review, the first 30 seconds will be the first 45 seconds will be some of the most painful things you've ever watched on my channel.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, I think it is.
Huh?
There was a joke made.
Oh, what I missed. I ducked.
It was asked, was that a challenge?
Dude, you know where to look. I didn't mention last week, but I did get the Mafex Nightwing, which I also reviewed. And then I had to crack. I've been staring at this forever, so I got the Mafex Nightfall Batman. I've been dreaming of this figure for I don't know how many years. And it's so much better. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that Batman design. I ended up repainting the McFarlane one, but this just I know is the perfect one. And then finally, I got this. I wanted this. It looks good. I don't think I'm going to go dive any more into the line, but I did get the comic turtles.
Oh, very nice.
These look amazing. All the rest of this line is not my taste. The Shredder does not have any ab crunch, so he's not bending like a ninja. Neither does Goofy Jones. They're like old Marvel Selects, which kind of take the fun out of it for me. So I got these guys.
A nice little full collection in a box, right?
Exactly. I mean, it actually looks really good in the box. I'm almost
right.
I will say the foot soldiers come with a metric ass load of accessories.
They do, but it's like the comics are interesting. For example, the Shredder's always built up as such a big villain. In the Mirage comics, he really didn't do that much. It's interesting how the whole lore of the Mirage is. But yeah, that's all my shit.
Very cool. All right.
Back to you, Zero.
Next up, we've got the man, the myth, the legend, the Matt. Matt, how are you doing? It's good to see you. And did you get anything cool?
Any forms from parts?
I was gonna say I'm not sure which one we were gonna cut to because there's two Matts in the show. So
oh well, we just know him as Deluxe. So
well, but I didn't know if you were gonna be formal. This is first time back. I didn't know if you were gonna give him his due respect, but that's fine. No respect at all for him. Oh, thank you.
Plenty of respect. He's more than Rodney Dangerfield to me.
I don't know what to do with that. So I went out today on a whim to see, but this morning before I started work, which is code for while I was at work, and I did happen to find and pick up a animated Prowl, which I was happy to find. I've got the original somewhere in a box near where I keep my stuff near my desk, so he's not that far off. I'll get it for a comparison eventually, but I like him. He's cool. Like most of the other figures, he's not really worth the $25 or whatever, but he's still pretty cool. I don't have my other stuff with me, but I did get in my Cosmic Legions. I ended up getting, oh damn it, I ended up getting Alien Dude in a helmet and Alien Chick in a parka or a vest. So whatever I don't remember what they're called.
Title of your next hentai video.
Right. The chick's name is Zeri. So I got her because she's got the cloth goods and she's awesome. And then the other one I got was Havakar Alphabet Soup. I don't remember, but he's the one that's got the big dome helmet that he looks like Grunt from Mass Effect. In that outfit. He's really good too. I've messed with Mythic Legions before, and when I was watching reviews on these guys, the reviewers were talking about how the Cosmic Legions were all on 1.0 bodies. And I'm sitting there thinking, these are way after most Mythic Legions, where they already have a 2.0 body, and these took 2 years to come out. Why are they not on updated, more articulated bodies? But I digress. I got the early bird pricing on them, so I didn't pay that much, so I was happy with them. What else did I get? We'll go wrap it there because that's all it's worth mentioning. Tomorrow
here's a name.
Yeah, Sportimus is back in the
nice.
In the chat. Good to see you, buddy.
Tomorrow I will be TFCon Toronto bound, so
nice.
I will be in the Canadian.
We have some exclusives.
I'm gonna be in America's hat. Yeah, I will. I didn't get the premium package deal. So I'm not going to be able to get the room on Friday like normal because I didn't feel like spending the extra $50. But if I can, I am more than happy to pick up you guys whatever you need. Just let me know.
From what I'm
sure other people will get the premium package.
Very nice.
What I've heard about TFCon Toronto from several friends that have gone is that it's a way more intimate convention, and it's not like TFCon in the States.
Why do we?
Well, actually,
How so?
Why does it have to be intimate?
like it's less people and it's smaller.
I want
Then-
more people, man.
Yeah.
Let's get more people.
Well,
Sony has experience with it from
yeah, we'll
last
move
year.
on to Sony. Sony, how the hell are you doing, my man? And also, can you
Sony,
confirm-
yeah, I'll be seeing Sony tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
I'll be seeing
Okay,
that.
well, you both are going.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Spoilers.
My family's coming for the first time
Nice.
ever to TFCon, so prepare for disappointment for them.
Damn.
I got this guy. It's KFC's Ape Face. I like him. I mean, the paint definitely helps. It's a lot better looking than the original. He's still a little goofy, but I like him. Especially the jet mode. The jet mode's really nice. I haven't transformed it back yet. And then I got this guy because he's, I don't know.
Jetfire-esque.
He's Jetfire-esque. Yeah, exactly.
New
I just,
Age is life.
what was that?
New Age is life.
New Age is life. Yes. That's actually, there's a church near me called New Age, and that's their motto. New Age is life.
Damn right
That's
there
how they
is.
get you in.
Join us.
I'm here for the
Join
trees.
us.
I hear the
I'm
Furman
here
is
for the legends.
legendary.
How many Michaels do you have?
How about David's?
So yeah, I got it because
Gabriel.
it's Jetfire-esque, but I also got it because it comes with a stand, and it works for Jetfire. Yay.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Actually, not to derail, but do
Very
all the New Ages have biblical names?
No,
No, but they all follow naming conventions. So all
Starscreamer's
the
name's Lucifer.
all of the Seekers are named after different leaders of hell.
Right.
So
He just-
we're waiting on Hezekiah.
I also got these, which I don't know if you can even see, but I bought all 4 of the new wave of Super Mario Brothers. So like the Raccoon Mario, I don't even know the guy. I guess the cat
Kamek.
Mario,
Oh,
Princess
so
Peach. So I didn't.
Tanuki, Cat, Peach, and Kamek.
I was too lazy to go to the store, so I bought it on Target's website and had it shipped to me. So at the convenience of my own home. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, I'll be at TFCon tomorrow too, and I'll be getting the exclusives. And I'm excited to see Matt and other people. It's gonna be fun. That is all.
I say Sportman says I have. I'm not sure what he meant. I'm not sure what the typo is there. I realize I have a premium package, but the good news is he is now 100% cancer free.
Yay!
That's awesome.
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 And before
Hey, I
we
got
move
premium
on,
packaging. I have a shipper too.
Wait, so the premium package doesn't mean you can buy as many as you want.
No, it just gives
No.
you early access.
yeah.
Okay, because I did for the first time ever got the premium ticket, but then I talked to Eddie and I was like, it's a limit of 2. So
The only time it ever made a difference was the Virginia one, because they had that Sphinx repaint. What was he called? I can't remember. Pharaoh,
yeah.
Yeah.
and that did sell out.
But you never really, it's a crapshoot. You never
Yeah.
really know. I mean,
Right.
it could, any given year, it could be something that sells out.
But
I only did it for convenience because I have my family coming and I want to spend
Right,
time
you
with them.
want to get to the line and then not worry
so I
about
just
it.
want to, I
Yeah.
want to get in, get some stuff, and get out.
That and you can go around and be like, "Hey, have you heard about my VIP-ness?"
Man, seeing reviews was like he
All right,
grossed
who's
his
that?
Are
head
you
for like an
sure
hour
that's a
straight,
joke to make?
man.
You know what the male to female ratio is at that convention?
It's like 20-1.
I don't know, man.
And
There's a
well,
lot of
and that-
there's a lot of hot girls there sometimes.
Yeah, but some of them are
I don't-
robots in disguise, though. Some of them are
Yeah,
not.
basically.
Some of them are not.
Matt said
All right, who's next? Come on.
Well, we're gonna get Mike. We're gonna get Mike. Before we do, T7 Nowhere chimed in. He said the Conic Legions 1.0 bodies are a type of torso, but they
Yeah,
are fully
I know the
used.
sculpts are all new, but why are we using the more restricted torso? That's
Yeah.
my question.
That's a good question. Next up, we got Junkie on Crafts and Builds. We got Mike. How the hell are you doing, buddy? And did you get anything cool?
Hi. I only got a few things, and Some stuff that's on the way.
You got a man bun.
Oh yeah, it's getting long enough to pull back now. So
You're really on your way into turning into Luis Guzman.
Yes, for sure.
as long as I don't get the bread belly, which I'm trying to keep
Or
off,
do the
as
bad
much
on
as
us.
possible. There you go.
There's a waiting reference.
So I got in my copy of the Arctic Bat as well from Amazon, but my other one hasn't shipped yet for some reason. So waiting for that. Hasbro Pulse sent me my Copperhead. He's decent. Just the most annoying part of these little rubber straps. Then for obscurity, 5K Toys, I got this the DLZ Skull Sergeant.
Oh yeah,
And he's
almost
pretty
bought
cool.
that.
I like him. He's pretty neat. I was lucky to get this one because they sold out. I like it because you get that alternate head that's a completely masked Night Ops guy, so a little bit of variety. And to go with Dave and his pickup, I found this, and like I said, the accessories got me going. So I got a foot soldier just to kind of look at it. So let's see.
Yeah, you gotta swing by and get the comic stuff from me.
Yeah. Scrap iron's on the way from Pulse. And yesterday we went through website debacle 2.0, but I picked up two more of the desert version of the troopers from Valaverse and a warpath, and a second warpath. So that's everything that I am going to get until after we come back from vacation in August. So this will hold me for a while. That's it.
All right. Next up, we got our guest, Mr. Deluxe Baldwin. Man, it's so good to see. I feel like we haven't been on a stream together in a hot minute. It's been like a month.
Yeah, well, I get on there and you don't want to, get on with me. So
You don't send me the
I'm
invite.
so busy. I'm busy working. I'm busy being a family man. I gotta cook my barbecue. Me.
That's how he sounds.
That is how I sound.
That's exactly right.
This is a special moment where we hear something like this, so it's great.
Thank y'all for having me on. It's an honor as always.
We're waiting to see about that. Go ahead.
Yeah. What y'all want to know? What I've got? I guess. The past week I've gotten both the Amazon exclusives, the Hasbro Evolution or something, Rise of Evolution or Rise of Tyranny, the Megatron and the Rat Bat.
And yours were right the first time, weren't they?
If you don't know, how are we supposed to know?
I don't know. I thought y'all might know. No, I got. So they were supposed to send me the first one, the Senator Shockwave, but luckily I got them both at so they were just kind of mixed up a couple of days in between. So the first one I got was the which I like, the Megatron. The mold is done. But I love the concept of the miner. I like that. It's really awesome. And I like Rat Bat. That's a good thing.
You
heard
heard
it
it
here
here
first.
first. Deluxe is in the minor.
I love, giggity. Then I got the Humble Origins with Senator Shockwave and Orion Pax, and I like that. I love that mold, the Seeker mold from Siege. That's one of my favorite molds.
Isn't that kind of weird though, that the Megatron mold is like so but like we're kind of like waxing nostalgic. Well, not even waxing nostalgic, but kind of praising the Seeker mold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's not the Megatron mold is not mesh, is they used it so many times, and my foot just completely off. It wouldn't, no friction or nothing to hold it in. It just popped right off, and my knees were weak, and they were heavy, and mom spaghetti and stuff.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
So I had to put some kiki on that. So I did that. So, but I love the concept of that character. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing though how so many are they trying to have some kind of commentary? So many Cybertronian politicians turned out to be Decepticons.
I think so.
It's a good mo. I like what they did with the recolor. I love that it looks like Ultra Magnus. Everybody told me in comments, I thought it was Ultra Magnus. I thought it was Ultra Magnus when I first saw it too. So, but I also got the Transart Blade Leopard. That was the Transmetal 2 Cheetor. Man, that thing's scary. I like it. I love it, man. I love what Transart's doing, man. I can't, man.
You ordered from Terry, right?
No, I got these from Show Z. I've been ordering Show
Okay.
Z a lot, and I'm back to ordering from Terry too. Terry disappeared. I reached out to Terry about 3 or 4 months ago. Nothing at all. And then last week he popped in and said, "Hey man, I got Magic Square Onslaught. I got New Age that Sling Blade, the Bulkhead, and also the Shattered Glass Ratchet." He said, "You want them?" I'm like, "Yeah." All right, they're going out to you. I'm like,
Nice,
dude. I haven't heard from you in 4 months. I thought you were dead, dude. Like you ain't reached out to me or nothing, So So
Are you you're going in on both versions of the Magic Square Bruticai?
No, just one. I'm doing the toy version.
That's
There's
incorrect.
not a whole lot of
Okay.
difference.
I feel like people
There's
complain
not really
about
a
this
big difference.
Megatron sound like geriatrics.
Yeah. I got Pangu toys, Mighty Miracle God. I got the version, the Guardian version, the blue and white one. I also got the clear version coming too, and that's the last of that one I'm going to do for Pangu toys. I got Legacy Evolution Autobot Devcon, and I also got the what's her name? Axel Grease, the female Junkion. I got to do a review for that. I got the Nindroid Starscream. He's the big-headed Starscream. Like he's like a bobblehead thing.
take offense to
Super
that.
deformed, the chibis.
Yeah, Chibi's thing. I got Starscream because Starscream, and I got King's Toys Thor Mini, the Monkey Pants. I got him in. I just did a review for that, and the best thing I got, and I'm not lying, I got my first set of Crocs, and I got some Commanders, Washington Commanders, little thingies, because I'm a big Commanders fan. Can't wait for football season to start. And my first Crocs. I may wear them to BotCon or TiaCon. Who knows?
See, I make fun of my wife because she loves Crocs, but in fairness, she makes fun of my Jesus sandals. So it balances out.
They're okay. These got some weird stuff in them. I thought they'd be a little more comfortable, but they got some spikes in them or some shit.
That's just to scrape off the foot fungus, man.
I guess so, man. It's everything. But I got some Washington Commanders.
Yeah, man.
Hail to the Commanders.
They're orthopedic. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Zero, what'd you do? How'd you get?
Yeah. Well, how about you, Zero?
Oh, my green screen's blown in the wind, but it's all good.
That's all gas.
Yeah, I know, right? The illusion's real. The man behind the screen. No, it's been a week. It's been a week. So yeah, I've I work in IT, and part of getting ready to go on vacation is you have to be ahead. So I've been really working my butt off. Our project go live is coming up, and just been staying busy and getting ready for vacation. We leave for our vacation on Saturday at 4 a.m. We're going to the Carolinas. This time, instead of going for a week, we're going for a week and a half. We're celebrating our first wedding anniversary, which is exciting. Awesome. And it's gonna be a good time. Just kind of my wife's family's all going down, and my cousin, well, two of my cousins are going down. My cousin Tyler, who was my best man in my wedding, and his sister Riley. So we're gonna have a good time, and I'm just really looking forward to just decompressing and disconnecting and getting some time in on the beach, and hopefully it won't rain. But as far as pickups, I too got the Orion and Senator Shockwave, and I got Ratbat and Megatron for free, and then when they sent me Ratbat and Megatron, these showed up, so I argued with them. I got these for free too. So
Oh my god!
I got 2 sets
Jesus.
for free. I'm like, seriously, like Amazon's probably like, look, we'll just go with it.
Amazon got more money than we do.
Yeah.
All I just
I also
know is
got-
that spaceship blows up because the budget cuts is because of people like you.
Yeah, basically, when his dick ship blows up, he's like, "Hey, I'm coming back. You owe us." I got my shipwreck in file. Oh, hey, you can't see Squawk Box there. He's green. So he's invisible. He's the predator parakeet going on there. And then also I got axle grease as well. I didn't get axle grease for free, but yeah, she's really.
You'll
cool.
find a way.
No, I won't find a way. I'm amazed how they were able to turn a tow truck into like a Mad Max style, or it's more like a Death Race style car.
It's
I
a
really
heavy
like
retool. The front end, the whole front end, and the window, the windows are real all new. Because I thought it was just going to be a little bit of a change, but man, the whole front end it's a whole retool. And
it's kind of hard to like say like what weapon configuration I like better on her, because like I like that these I think that these engine blocks work better as guns.
I'm always scared of a female that's got plug and play accessories.
Zero Luck has turned around lately, thankfully. But yeah, Kristen, if I
somebody's coming get you.
If we did need a house sitter, we'd have to vet you. But yeah, no, we do have somebody coming to watch the house and check on the pool and all that good stuff while we're gone. And yeah, we're just a little concerned, like being gone for a week and a half, with the rain, because the pool needs to be drained if it gets to a certain level. And I cut the grass down to 1.5 inches, just like hoping that like when I come home it won't be like 8 inches tall, since that's typically the MO for when we go to the Carolinas. But no, I'm excited. I'm just really excited to get away and disconnect. Work over the past couple of months has been really hectic. As I mentioned, I've gotten the opportunity to talk to our CEO and present in an all hands in front of 1,000 people, and it's been nuts. So I really need to disconnect more than anything. Did we lose Deluxe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well,
he'll always be in our hearts.
Yeah.
If you do get a report of a Hollywood actor that's kind of overweight with a pair of Speedos and a man bun, it's just me. Don't worry.
Swerda says Amazon cops after 0 Hey, they sent me the wrong thing twice. So when I was supposed to get the Humble Origins, they sent me Rise of Tyranny, and I was like, you sent me the wrong thing. And when I was supposed to get Rise of Tyranny, I was banking on them sending me Humble Origins. I was like, you sent me the wrong thing again. And then Inu, yeah, I'm going to be near Myrtle Beach. So if you're in and around, and this goes for Cato too, if you guys are in and around Myrtle Beach and you guys want to meet up for lunch one day, I would be absolutely down to sync up with you guys.
What happened to Deluxe?
I'm not sure. Maybe his internet blipped. I can't tell you how many times I've been on his channel, and then I've had to take over hosting duties. So, well, let's get into some news. Hopefully, he's able to get his internet sorted out and come back when we start talking about the 5 years of fapping. Let's talk. We'll get through our official stuff. There's nothing really big coming out as far as like mainline generation stuff, but we got one teaser coming from Robeson, and it's interesting. Robeson had 2 releases, and now they're really going ham. And this one's particularly interesting because it appears to be an auto-converting figure, and it also appears to be Grimlock. What do you guys think about this?
It's going to be
Gotta see it.
Yeah.
It must be non-transforming.
No, I mean Grimlock would be a no-brainer because he's a really simple transformation.
I thought did you say it was converting?
Yeah, it's auto. It says so.
Oh,
there's a special event
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know it. We know it transforms.
I might be interested in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the look of that.
I just know it's going to be expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I bet it's going to be like the dinosaur mode. It's going to sit forward, and the leg's going to flip out, and then it's going to stand itself up, and then do the rest.
Yeah, I would think that would be the way it would work.
What I'd be interested to see though is what the percent. And I don't know how you get this number, but what is the percentage of original auto converting G1 Optimus Primes that are still holding up? That's what
Mine's-
has stopped me from really wanting to invest into one of these, is because I want to know what the longevity is of the product.
Well, mine's fine, and it's
There's one.
typically kept. It's typically kept in that box. So, the interesting thing here is they're speculating flagship auto converting figure. Well, this is the same box that the auto converting figure comes in, and the ones that don't convert, from what I understand, don't come in a box like this.
My issue with the Optimus, the one and only reason I didn't get it is because T said it won't stand in robot mode without being on. And to me, that was a fatal flaw because I want to display it. I don't want it in the box. I want it out and display it.
It does sit in a hunched position in robot mode.
Nobody
But
wants
yeah, I get what you're saying. Like what they did for that Rise of the Beast one, I think was a better option where he comes to the stand.
Stand. Yeah, just give me a stand. Just hook it up. I'm fine with that.
And I think if they had something like that with that trailer, like, hey, the trailer also doubles as a display for your Roboson Prime.
That's a great idea.
Like, I think it would have been better. Like if they just had like some clips to hold him up.
That's a great idea. You should tell them that.
Yeah.
Because that makes the display all that much more better because you can
Right.
actually display.
So here's the thing with Grimlock, though, is Grimlock in robot mode has got those huge honking boots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in Dino mode, he's got Dino legs, and the dinosaur sits back on its tail. So if it does auto convert, I can imagine the alt mode being able to stand on its own because
As
it's
long
got
as
it's got 3 points of support.
Right, and in robot mode, as long as that weight is counterbalanced with with the back wings.
Right. Even so, it's Grimlock, so I'm willing to bet a large percentage of people would probably want to have him displayed in dinosaur mode.
Or knows how he spent most.
But
of
I'm with
season 3.
Sony. Like, if this thing is not like, it's going to be super expensive. But
Be 800.
a Grimlock to me is more interesting than the Optimus for some reason. I don't know why. I'll wait till the G2 release.
McLattery says just display him as Deathbed Prime, which
Well, did you receive the review on the Roboson non-converting Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime?
I haven't seen anybody's reviews yet.
So when he powers down, he topples over.
Oh,
So
really?
You gotta watch that, yeah. Because he can walk on his own, but what it doesn't tell you is that when you power it down, it doesn't have wide enough because it's proportionate to the movie character model. So
Right.
he's got the smaller feet, so he doesn't have a wide base. So when he power, I've seen it on I think it was Anthony's Customs review. You power him down and he topples forward.
Jeez.
That's like fatal flaw
Now,
to me.
mind you, when I power down, I topple forward. So.
Right, but you heal. Servos don't heal.
No, there's no reason for it to fall down just because you turned it off. It's silly.
Yeah.
Right.
He should go in like a superhero pose as he's powering down.
Yeah.
That would make more
valid.
sense. Yeah.
Okay.
We can move on though.
Yeah. So we got 6 days and we'll know more about this one. Next up, we got a mainline entry here. This is from Mark Clonus, and this is posted to his Instagram, mirrored on TFW. But we get a look at a near, I guess I'm saying near complete, but a look at Legacy Evolution Bludgeon. I think this is the clearest look we've got. And it really is just Legacy Tarn with a katana. I'm not sure how I like the head sculpt on this, but I'm really not sure how I feel about this as Bludgeon.
They should have pre-tooled him. If they pre-tooled him, people would have been all over this, and then speculating that we're getting a Tarn versus the other way around. I
agree. I also think that front cow catcher, it looks like they have a skull-like motif paint job on it. They needed to have that be an actual. That
Way
piece
more
needed to be replaced with a skull.
I agree. I agree they could have replaced that.
If they'd have done that, I probably would have been in for it.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is if they wanted to get their like repaints out of this, they should have followed what MMC did, because MMC did a really good job of turning that into an IDW Thunderclash. and it was very accurate, and roller as well. They should have just said, "Hey, you know, MMC kind of did the legwork for us. Let's just turn this mold into roller and Thunderclash, and then given Bludgeon his own unique mold." Because I don't think this works as Bludgeon, and I also think, you know, as Tarn, like we were like, hey, this thing really doesn't have any waffles. In this color scheme, I see like a lot of the flaws of the mold. Not that he has very many waffles, but in the forearms, it's very apparent, and proportion wise, it just doesn't scream Bludgeon to me. I think Bludgeon's a stockier character.
Right, and the double tank treads on the shoulders are just, that screams Tarn no matter what you do.
I agree.
Along with the fusion cannon, the double fusion cannon, obviously, but still.
Yeah, and it looks like they also didn't really know what they wanted to do with the face. They went more IDW with the wires, but you know, they like here with the teeth, they just kind of didn't know what they wanted to do. And you know, I have the Susanoo figure, and that's good enough for me. Which that was designed to be Bludgeon from the get go, and I don't need this.
I'll be honest, I actually like the Generations Bludgeon that came out with that Thrilling 30.
Yeah, and that was also designed
to beat Bludgeon. I actually really liked that figure with the katana that came out of the gun barrel and all that.
Yeah.
I finally realized what's missing from it, because at first I thought it was just the gray thighs, but then I realized it's the hip skirts. It doesn't have the samurai.
Oh, you're right.
It's not, it got no samurai stuff.
It looks like a combination of the skull with the inner shell, but yeah, Bludgeon needs more. And I'm sure DNA Designs will come out with something
they're
going
to replace
figure.
They're going to replace a large section.
They get the figure before everyone else and say, Hasbro, we'll make these, sure. And then it's like pre-designed.
They have the Tarn mold already. Yeah.
But again, if this was the pre-tool, if this came out and then this was now Tarn coming out, I think they would be selling. He would have sold a lot more, or will be selling a lot more. He's still going to sell. It's Bludgeon, but
sorry, you can move on. I just
let's move on.
Squirm says, I like that Bludgeon. Sold my Thrilling 30. Kind of regret that. Yeah, the Thrilling 30 one was
a great tank.
Hey, Paul, welcome on in. Nice to see you. All right, we're going to get to one more bit of official news, and this one is one of those official items that that weird third-party but licensed line that we have with 3-0. And this is 3-0. I was hoping Deluxe would be on for this one because I know he's a big 3-0
he's coming back. He's having problems.
I know he's got some PC issues, but yeah, we get a look at the Rise of the Beast Optimus, and I think this looks really good. You know, it's interesting how much the design changed from Bumblebee to Rise of the Beast, but how much of it kind of remains the same. And here you get a look at
buzzworthy version.
You get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you get the obligatory stand. You get the I don't recall him having the arm cannon on you know, like either arm. I guess maybe he did that. I still prefer the ion cannon, but
we can check now. The movie's out digitally.
Yeah, right. Yeah, did he switch from lefty to righty? I remember specifically him using his left hand in that scene with Primal. But you get two swords. You get the axe. Interestingly, it looks like you get a Mirage hand and a Bumblebee hand. I'm not quite sure.
It's so they can hold his axe.
Oh, okay.
What's that tiny little? Oh, that must have been the Jazz hand.
That's Dave.
Yeah. So if we
fuck
go back here,
you see that little? That's the Jazz hand. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, you mean Mirage?
Mirage hand.
I mean, I call him Miraz.
I'm gonna say this. I haven't. Every clip I've watched of Rise of the Beast, if you did not know that it was, you know, taken out of context, if you did not know Prime was the hero, they make him seem more like a villain in that movie in every one of his fights.
That was my biggest gripe with the movie.
I mean, he freaking. again, I'm hoping that who just got the license for the Transformer comics?
Image through
Yeah.
shit.
They need
Something
to do a
starts with
freaking
an
like
S.
Into the Spider-Verse. They need to do like an
Skybound.
Into the Spider-Verse-esque thing of all the different primes from all the different realities going after the Bayverse Prime because he's gone over the edge. Because he's a freaking psychopath. I'm sorry. The way he took out Scourge when I saw that clip, I'm like, dude, that's like what's his name from the mountain from Game of Thrones would have been more humane than that.
I like it.
The scene with Battle Trap too. Like he gets upset.
Oh god. Dude,
That's true.
He does not fight with honor. He does not fight with.
I will say this movie, like what I read early on, things that I read early on suggested that this was going to be tied into the Bay movies. I know there were things cut, but ultimately the final product it suggests that Bumblebee's a reboot. So they don't tie it into the Bay movies at all. But Rise of the Beast does return Optimus's demeanor to what it was in the Bay movies. Because in the Bumblebee movie, he was more like the G1 Optimus for the little couple of scenes that we get to see him. And in this, Dave's right. He's very angry, and he's like emo Prime. He's mopey and murderous.
I mean, you take Bayverse Prime from Dark of the Moon. If you take a snapshot of, we have the Autobots who are a small group of eco-terrorists letting the planet die, and the cons are trying to save their home worlds. I cannot endorse this Prime ever. It's a cool design, but God,
it's a great design. The crazy part is the takeaways that I had from the movie. Maybe we should do a B-side for it when you finally get to see it. I liked Primal. Well, I thought Optimus Primal was handled well. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting it. Optimus Primal was like more or less he was a more somber version of Beast Wars Primal.
Yes,
like,
but for good reason.
But yeah.
This dude's like a freaking raving lunatic who just
right, and that's like... there's some commentary from Primal in the movie where he's like, "Oh, he's the legendary warrior," but I wasn't expecting this.
No. Okay. Anyway, next, move on. Yeah. Sorry, I tangented.
We'll get through to some of these pictures here.
I mean, I haven't used this in a while.
I actually do. I want to see the movie again. I did like it. But
I liked it too.
Optimus's character was definitely
the low point.
Different. Oh, there's him holding.
Yeah, I'll reshare.
That's okay. He was holding the axe. Big deal.
But yeah, we'll get into our TFCon. Well, actually, wait, real quick. We got one more thing that's considered official news. And this is from Yellow Park. These were just announced. They are doing surprise a Nemesis Prime kit.
Yep.
As well as a Optimus Primal Beast Mode kit, which I think that's pretty cool. Like
that is actually a surprise.
Yeah, he's in the movie, like the bulk of the movie up until, again, minor spoilers, but up until the end of the movie, he's in Beast Mode. So I think it's fairly cool if you want to have that, and it makes sense. What's that?
That's the only photo.
Yeah, so far these are the only two pictures.
It's ACG. It's gonna be. They're gonna reveal the rest, I guess.
Yeah. It looks like 7/28 and 8/1. So it's I guess that's a Hong Kong convention.
Yeah, it's con season.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get into some of our TFCon reveals. I guess we'll start off with we'll do the Eris Armadon first. So Eris Armadon, we're not going to spend too much time on this. This figure's been up for pre-order for a while. This is the NMC Eris, the next Eris figure. Is this the only one we have? The picture we have? Let's go to TFCon's website.
I was going to say, they got tons of pictures already.
So here's
they did say they remolded the face, though. It's a whole different face.
Repainted and remolded.
Yeah.
So here's my issue with this. It's a fine figure. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great. I'm sure there's people who are going to enjoy it. My issue is this was revealed more than a year ago.
Yeah.
in March 23.
Right, but isn't it the paint scheme that makes this one the exclusive? I thought this was a different paint scheme.
No, it's just early release. It's just early release.
I thought the blue
And-
was
and-
different.
Yeah, I thought the blue was different too.
It is
as I said, it's got a
different.
lot more teal. Just to that argument, Sony, how's that X-Transbot run amok looking at your place? For stuff that's been revealed over a year ago.
No,
At least this
I'm not
is the-
saying that it's late. I'm not saying that at all. This stuff's always late. What I'm saying is, if you reveal something more than a year and a half ago, it can't be exclusive. Like we already knew, and you were planning to release it, and now they're making an early release. You know, it's not.
Well, I mean,
that's not-
like
Well,
like what's
that's what
special
happened to
about it?
Rung.
this
what
was
happened to
this was
Rung.
the original
Yeah.
reveal.
That is true. That's what happened to Rung.
It's
And,
Opaque has said that this is it. Like everything is going to be early release from now on. They're
Wow.
not exclusives, meaning like they're going to be the same as the mass release. I just feel like it's not special. Like, what's
Yeah.
special?
I mean,
about
I trust
releasing it early?
Henry on it, but yeah, I mean, this is just very underwhelming. Especially like if that's the blue they're using, that just doesn't look good. And I feel like it's going to get its own like re-release with a darker blue, and they'll call it something else.
Sorry about that. My
Yeah,
computer
well,
I'll tell you
sucks.
what's special about it, being the YouTube reviewer who gets to get that review up first.
I mean, basically, that's kind of the appeal.
It don't matter if you get that shit up first or not. Nobody watches mine anyway.
Nobody watches it. I mean, so
That's
what I was
called my
saying,
channel.
it just doesn't feel special because it's a year and a half old. Like they changed the colors a little bit. I'm happy that they did for the people that want it. But
Did y'all
does
talk about the
anybody-
tape yet? Did y'all talk about Egypt?
Not yet. That's
No.
up next.
Next.
So Deluxe, before we move over to that, is there anything you have to say on this one? Like, are you
I like
excited?
it.
You get
I
it?
mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't care to get it. You know, it's like it's not on my wish list, but I like it. I like the mold, and I like Armada Megatron. So I think it's a nice little homage. I know it's a female version, but I think it looks pretty cool. I love the colors.
I like the mold. I just, again, I'm that blue. If that blue was darker, I'd be more interested. And because it's a mass release, I don't have any rush to go out and get it.
Oh no, ain't no rush. I mean, I just want the fans hobby one from Get Right Robot, and I want to get the eject.
Yeah.
That's all I want, really.
Well, speaking of eject, we got the Ocular Max remix pitch. Now, Sony, is this one going to be any different at all? Is it going to come in? I know it comes in the special box. Is that
Nope.
Is that it?
Those parts. There's like 3 parts that are different.
Yeah, they got different. I'm sure they got more head sculpts than.
Yeah, you get an extra head, you get the extra shoulders, but the paint is all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be picking
No
this
knees or
one up.
toes?
All right.
You guys thought to make a different joke about extra heads, didn't you?
It looks nice.
It's got a smiley face on his abdomen.
It does.
Hey, everybody.
It kind of looks like a Muppet almost.
How you doing? I'm so high right now.
Someday
Yeah.
we'll find it. The Cybertron connection.
But I already own it, and I'm gonna buy it again. So,
Are these tape details tampos, or is that just the sticker pre-applied?
Probably
Tampos.
Tampos, probably.
Okay.
Um,
'Cause-
they'll have this online. So if you're not going to
Yeah.
convention, don't panic because you could probably get it.
So
Yeah.
is it going to be? Is it three and up?
Yep.
PTX or PSX?
Well, they listed all here:
Oh, they-
Toy Dojo,
okay.
Madhouse, A3U.
Yeah, they did it with Steeljaw, and did they do it with Rewind?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, not much difference, but I mean, if you want to get it for ahead of time and everything, it's pretty cool.
The funny thing is the previous one still hasn't been released at mass retail.
Yeah.
oh, that's true.
Oh, Rewind hasn't been released.
No. So
No.
if you bought it
Oh.
if you didn't buy it at TFCon, you still don't have it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
Jeez.
that's weird.
What's next?
Well, I mean, MSC's just been, I don't know, man. Where's Defensor? Where are the protective bots? I want
Right.
either X-Trans bots or I want MMC.
I have patience.
Well, I mean, everybody has
But you got
patience,
more
but I
chance of getting
mean,
your
it's
defense
been
than
a
you do with
it's
your
been a
metaphor.
minute since we've seen the last one. I mean, we've gotten the
Yeah.
last one from
True.
MMC or X-Trans bots.
Yeah,
I would
so-
imagine there's going to be a model at TFCon, if I had to guess, of the next one.
Well, which one MSC? They did two, right? They have
Yeah.
first aid and
Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Streetwise. Yeah.
So,
So
who's
the
gonna be next?
helicopter.
Groove, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the helicopter.
Yeah,
Helicopter's next.
I think
Well, I'm-
X-Trans bots got the helicopter next too as well. Blades.
Supposedly.
Yeah. But you'd think MMC would have their groove out because they showed like pictures of that like
Yeah.
a couple years ago now. I want to say,
Well, X-Trans bots showed Blades a while back too as well.
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
No.
All right, I have this one in honor of Joe. I was hoping Joe would be on tonight because I know
Oh.
he loves the kaiju stuff. Did you guys see this trailer for Godzilla -1?
No.
no, I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, it's coming December 1st, and it's part of the MonsterVerse. You know, they just came out with a teaser earlier this week. I think either yesterday or the day before.
Can you,
You know,
embiggen?
Don't show it. Don't play it. We'll get in trouble.
we're
Did
gonna
we
we're
already,
gonna
did we
play
already
a
talk
little bit
about
of it.
that hellacious double dealer repaint?
Whoa,
We did
whoa,
last
you need,
week.
to, you need to watch
Okay.
your tongue. You need to watch your tongue. That
Hey,
thing looks
Zero.
freaking awesome, man.
That's what she said. Actually, she probably did.
This one don't have Kong in it, does it?
No,
No.
it's all part of that universe.
Oh, okay. Eh,
Oh, that's good.
So
Hey,
my,
Antoine.
my understanding is it's a Toho, but it ties into the MonsterVerse. And maybe I'm wrong.
Look at my thick legs.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
say
a
I
chubby
haven't
bubby.
bought it yet, but I don't think I'm ever buying another SH Monster Art figure after hearing every awesome thing about the Hayat versions of these figures. Everything I've heard is the Hayat Godzillas are the shit. For price, quality, the works.
Yeah, look at the spikes on that guy.
And I think that deserves its own discussion topic. And Antoine, happy birthday to you, dude.
Happy birthday, Antoine.
Happy birthday.
You know, it's like the monster art stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard to say like where it is these days. I do really like this design. Like I love these spikes.
And
I
that
love
thing's
how
got spikes on its spikes.
It looks like a coral reef is growing on.
it does,
They
but
don't.
I think what's interesting about it is it looks like the old Toho Godzilla
Steven knows what I'm talking about. He likes it. He thought it was
mixed
funny.
with the MonsterVerse one.
Grr.
It has like the
It's a
stature
problem.
of the MonsterVerse Godzilla, but it's got like some of the designs, like the spikes kind of form like
I think
almost
that's
like
too
the
much of the spikes. I mean, god dang. Look at that top one.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
I
they
mean,
don't
it's
even
just-
give you the breath effects anymore. I don't get it.
Yeah,
because they stopped packing
Oh,
them
they
in. there.
don't? They should give those. Those
Yeah.
are
No,
cool.
it's stupid as fuck.
Oh, that tail is articulated?
yeah, the tails on them all are
Yeah,
articulated.
all the
This
tails are
guy's coming
articulated.
in at let's see, 107. But
Fuck
you know,
that.
again, like all these
$107 and no breath effect.
yeah, and it's interesting that they mark them at that price, but then they end up hitting like deep discount, like the Fig Arts Monster Arts do. I mean, I think I got Godzilla for $30, and then
Wait,
Maybe
was it
spoiler
Godzilla
alert.
vs. Kong Godzilla?
yeah, oh no, not
That-
the Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla, but the Godzilla movie Godzilla.
Right.
How many fucking Godzillas are there?
The one that came out to
God,
Target.
man.
Hey, maybe spoiler alert, he doesn't have fire in the movie.
No, there's no way that they're
God,
going to do a Toho
Noah,
movie.
he has to have a nuclear breath.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Hey, man, get Michael Bay to do it. He won't have no voice. He won't have no voice box. He won't have no fire. He won't have no tail.
No, if
Just be a
Michael Bay
little-
does it, he's going to talk. That's the that's the messed up part.
Michael Bay does it. He's gonna like pee on a building.
I hope so. I hope he does.
That's only after he humps it.
So this next one,
Exactly.
this next one I pulled up, probably because our boy Kevin Womack would be upset if we didn't talk about this. But Super
Jesus
7
Christ, what is
Ultimates Thundercats Cat's Lair is confirmed. We've seen some pictures of this.
Wow. This is all the pictures?
These are the only pictures, so we're just getting really a teaser here. I have seen pictures of the table and chairs.
Can you go back to the one with Lino?
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow, that's huge.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
so-
God. That's a 7-inch figure.
yeah.
Yes.
Holy
then-
cow.
And as you said,
there's-
there's,
7 inches, but
there's another picture with like a kind of like a round table meeting
Yeah. Let
area.
me see if I can pull that up.
Wow.
man, Matt just left without saying bye. What up?
Oh no, he said it in the chat. He had to leave.
No, he didn't say bye to me, like on one-on-one. What a
What's the price on this?
No price yet.
Oh, we don't know. Okay.
Yeah, but
$49.99.
yeah, Pete, the collector's wish.
Yeah.
It will only cost $27,000 per
It's
skull.
got to be $1,000. It's close.
I say,
Yeah,
I say
well,
800.
you got to think like the Thunder Tank was what $6.99. Yeah.
What? Oh,
So this comes from Geek Dad Life. So they have a couple more pictures here. Again, this is 7-inch scale. So there's like the
Jesus.
like their chair and the windows and all, and it looks like it's going to function similarly. Oh God, I'm pulling a T-Man. To how the original playset worked, where it kind of opened up. Now, this site says we got a price. Brian Flynn revealed more info about the Thundercats lair on We Want More Thundercats show. There's an article, so it looks like it's going to come in at $650. Then there's a better picture that they were able to kind of Photoshop of the front of it. I mean, this is cool for the people that are collecting Thundercats.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm happy
oh yeah.
for you.
So Kev chimed in. He
Smile on your
said
display room.
$650 plus $100 shipping. So
Wait, is that
Well, that's what.
Yes.
Wasn't Snake Mountain?
that's
like
well. I mean, he
$200?
buys a lot of Super 7 stuff, so
Oh.
I think he's a good authority on.
So does Kevin get a discount for buying in bulk? Let us know.
I'm just, how much was Snake Mountain was like it was like 700. If I
Did it make
remember.
Snake
Sportimus.
No.
Thank God you're back, Sportimus.
They didn't make Snake Mountain for 7-inch.
Well, the Snake Mountain was for the Mattel Origins line too,
Yeah.
which was
What was that attorney? What did that Eternia one that they were doing for the Mattel Creations? What did that go for?
I think that was 400.
350.
350.
Okay, 350.
I don't know. I've
Yeah, I
never
have
watched
to-
a Thundercats episode in my life.
What?
Thundercats was actually pretty good. It wasn't.
Or it's
I
not.
watched that one. There's
I
certain
could care
shows you
less
go back and
about
watch, like
Thundercats.
Master of the Universe, painful as fuck. Thundercats, there are
Dude,
some
I
painful
was-
episodes, but
I was all about Master Universe. Or He-Man was my first, and then you had G.I. Joe,
Aw.
Transformers, and Mask. I love some Mask, but
I love
Thundercats.
Mask.
I never got into.
love
it.
a reboot for.
And you never,
yeah.
you never forget your first.
Giggity.
Ah.
If you forgot me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is anyone
All right.
getting this?
No.
I think
No.
I think Kevin Womack's the only one, and hopefully we can have a meetup where he brings it because
Yeah, I need to
love to
see
see
it.
it. He says the Super 7 Snake Mountain was $800. So
Right, so there's no way this is $650.
Well, I mean, if this site has a full article, we can click on the article. Price for Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate Cats Lair. Now, Kev, did that include a?
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
so $650 plus $100 flat shipping rate in the
Sounds
U.S.
good.
boom,
Wow.
roasted.
Okay.
The Cat's Lair will be a little bit bigger than the the Masters of the Universe Snake Mountain playset, and not to scale with their recent Thunder Tank, which is interesting.
Oh, that's
So
huge
maybe they're
upgrade.
they're making some compromises there.
okay.
Well, yeah, because isn't like the Thunder Tank like this wide? So that means the hull would have to be.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
yeah, I feel like the Cat's Lair is really just for photographers. Like, hey, this is have it or display and photography. You know?
Yep. Photography, storage, whatever you're going to do with it. So,
Let's get into just a few SDCC exclusives and some GI Joe stuff, and then we're going to talk 5 years of fapping. First up, I think this is really cool. I've always loved when they did
Well
this for
married.
the Star Wars. Yes. I've always loved when they've done this for the Star Wars line. But for Mattel, they're doing a SDCC 2023 30th anniversary Jurassic Park Steven Spielberg set. And I just think this is really cool. I've like I said, I've always loved when they've like slipped in George Lucas But I like the fact that this is just Steven Spielberg as is, and the Dilophosaurus is meant to look like an animatronic on its stand and not an actual dinosaur.
It's neat. I like it.
Yeah,
I dig
it's
it.
a nice little display. This little display. That's a nice little display piece.
Like you can have him like he's actually chilling with the cast of the movie.
Well, man, Stan Lee had figures made of him.
Yeah,
Spielberg,
I do have the Stan Lee figure. I always thought that was neat how they did that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not for me, but that's a nice little piece for that's a nice exclusive convention kind of a thing to do right there.
Yeah.
That's a good deep. It's a good deep cut. It's a good deep cut.
Exactly. As Deluxe said, this is a really cool convention exclusive because it's not integral to your core cast.
Right.
You're not going to miss it if you miss out on. The box here is really cool.
Oh, is it that right there?
Yeah, this is the
box.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh,
that's
wow.
freaking awesome. That's pretty.
Okay.
See, and I think we were talking about because exclusives being of main characters. I think Kato and you Toby were talking about the other night.
Yeah.
And they were saying, you're taking main characters and making them exclusives like to Target and everything. You shouldn't,
Right.
like the Coneheads.
Yeah.
Mindbender.
Mentor.
Mindbender, Serpentor, or whatever. That's stupid.
Right.
You should make these off-wall, like, TIF, and I made a comment, TIFCon does a really good job of doing their exclusives because they're not, they're,
Right.
off-the-wall, characters that nobody really cares.
Yeah.
If you miss out, you miss out. And if you do like that kind of thing, you have a chance to get them. That right there, that's a nice display piece right there. Right there, I wouldn't even open it. I'd leave it like that.
Yeah. Like my favorite off the wall exclusive I ever got was the Macho Man Randy Savage Slim Jim.
Yeah, see, that's perfect.
I don't even collect wrestling figures, but I was like, man,
cocaine and steroids, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. God, dog, I miss that, man.
It came in a Slim Jim box.
Him and Ultimate Warrior, God, Ultimate Warrior Hogan was just so much drugs in that one little just cheapest. I mean, they bled cocaine and steroids.
Cup of coffee.
Yep.
Cream of the crop. Yeah.
I now want to do I don't know why, but I think someone should write a movie of a vampire in the 80s, then eats a wrestler and then just roids out and goes nuts.
Oh yeah, the dude kills everybody on the world. That's how much cocaine and steroids they had in there. If a vampire would have drank their blood, they would have killed everybody in the world.
Cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everyone,
so this one is,
pass on it. Pass.
We're not going to talk about this too much, but yeah, this is an interesting one because this is coming in for SDCC and the Walmart Collector Con. Walmart's doing their Collector Con again. God help anybody who wants to get any of those figures because it was a shit show last year. But these are two figures that Dave pointed out did not sell, and now they're coming in a box. They're not even retro. Yeah, they're not even a retro pack. Hey, at least this time he comes with hands, right?
Yeah.
Well, and he's got the torso built on there, but even Shardamus did a video today was saying he was going, why? Shardamus was just why?
I mean, the only way I would have given this a pass is if they actually painted the webbing on him, and then they also gave him the pelvis cut. Like it's cool that they gave him the diaphragm joint, but yeah, they could have also done it. Yeah.
If they wanted to do this, they should have done this as the one of those cartoon figures.
Right, a retro pack. Yeah, because they're already charged
in the VHS thing.
Yeah,
and then given the Morbius with a new head and the suction cup hands because they've made those hands before and make it like cartoon.
He couldn't suck blood. So,
yeah,
man, that Spider-Man looks good.
This is
hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, pass. Nobody wants this figure.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes.
The first SCCC exclusive to go to Ollie's.
Probably.
Big lots.
Big lots.
Yes.
All right, we got two more, and it's a shame. I wish I had gotten to this before Matt dropped off because Matt has been asking for this forever. Now, there's good news and there's bad news for this. So. We are finally getting a 6-inch Star Killer, and this is an SDC exclusive set. I love how it says Fantasy Scene, even though that's the fucking box art. Fantasy Scene right here. Look at that. but yeah, you're getting your Star Killer Galen Merrick figure. You're getting
Oh, that's cool.
a bunch of hands, a couple faces with them. I'm not keen on either of these faces, to be honest with you.
I like the lightning
I'm not
effects.
keen
The
on a
lightning
lot
effects
of
are
it.
cool.
What? How much is this?
So this set is $110.
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just want the effects. I want the lightning effects and that sploosh.
yeah, I think the biggest misstep with this set are these two stormtroopers. Like carve $50 off the price. I feel like a lot of people would be like, well, okay, well, a lot of this stuff's gonna live in a tote. Again, like I think that these wavy lightsaber effects are irrelevant. I
Completely.
I don't know anybody that's gonna be like, yeah, I want the in motion lightsaber effect.
Ooh, the
You
Sub-Zero
can't
effect
do
down there too on the bottom
Both
left.
in motion. It's like
Yeah.
it's not gonna look right. It feels like a long swoosh, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
Is that a
That's
goo?
just like a-
Is that goo or something? Or
Well,
he got his
that's
hand
the-
stuck
that's
in
the
glue.
hand.
That's what it is.
right.
His hand stuck in
It's
glue.
it's supposed to be a force effect,
what
but
it
now
is.
that you said it, Deluxe, like I can't. It
It's a
really
stretchy
does
glue.
look like he's like grabbing glue.
It could be cum too as well.
That-
I mean,
Yeah,
Iceman should have gotten that effect.
I mean,
Iceman should have
you
gotten
got
that
the
effect. Not him.
sploosh.
Yeah. I can't even see him like balancing himself on that effect. Like that's just going to be a light piece of plastic, and I feel like he's not going to be able to use it right.
Nope.
And people have
only-
tons
they
of
fucked it up.
stormtroopers. Why would you need two more stormtroopers? You could just add in your own stormtroopers.
Right. And,
Yep.
and stormtroopers should be evergreen. Like if they were in here, they should be battle damaged or one missing an arm, because in Force Unleashed 2 you could cut off limbs.
Yeah, you just got to look at blue on their helmet a little bit, and that's it.
And then the other thing too is that they wanted to have like this recreating the box art. Okay, so where are the stands? Like you get this weird like splooge hand.
How
for
are they
him,
going to
but,
fly
like,
out? Yeah.
Yeah, like you should have had like the lightning collection ability to like wrap the lightning around the stormtroopers, because they have that for a lot of lightning collection, and then have some stands so you could recreate this box art. But you can't do that at all.
Oh, Kevin.
This is a fail.
So what did Kev say? I missed it.
Channel just got demonetized thanks to Deluxe.
Well, the good news is nothing's changed.
There you go.
Yay.
Now,
Is this channel monetized? I didn't
No.
even know that.
not yet. We
No.
should
No.
be close to it. We have the view to
Oh,
it,
really?
and we have I just
If
don't
you
think
have me on more
YouTube's-
often, you might get monetized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
There you
I-
go. Look at that. Look at my little silly fingers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
And then
I
there's
actually I do think that looks cool, but not 100 and whatever cool.
right
Yeah.
now, if you already have stormtroopers, and what
50
Again,
bucks.
they're army
50 bucks would've
builders,
been
but
good.
there were
And
other
they're bare bones
characters in the game.
basic troopers. It's not like they've got like you said,
Battle damage.
damage or even blaster effects. Like let the troopers have a pagan blaster effect. Okay, he
What
was
is
cool,
this?
But
What do these go for? Like 25?
25 apiece.
27.
Well,
Around
not the stormtroopers. They should
No?
go for 25, and really it's just exclusives and card back ones that go for that.
So this
If they
should be
wanted to
like-
make this a great set, what they should have had is they should have had Juno Eclipse and given her her like Imperial officer costume, and had the battle damage Vader.
that would have worked.
And then people would have been like, okay, I can justify this. But two stormtroopers and Star Killer, I don't think that this works. Now the good news is, as I said, that's all the bad news. The good news is Star Killer is going to get a mainline release, so he's going to be $20 to $30. So if you want a 6-inch Star Killer, it's coming. So don't think that you need
I
to
already
get
got
this
one.
set. What, a 6-inch Star Killer?
That's what anyway.
Oh my god.
And then the other one,
Blue hand.
Mom,
Oh wow.
what are
Yeah.
you doing there?
Oh, it's vintage. No, never mind.
yeah,
Oh.
vintage collection.
No one cares.
But yeah, but the sad part is this looks way better than the one that we got.
Right now.
That's a lot better.
Yeah,
Star Wars sucks.
and
And honestly, I'm selling off my figures. I've been in and out of the Black Series. Wait, that didn't sound right. I've collected the Black Series like 3 times, and every time it's just it never ends well.
I'm done with Joe's. I'm selling off my Joe's.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, I backed out. I backed out of the Dragonfly and canceled my pre-orders.
Wow.
My his tank is sold to Inutabi, so
Nice.
I'm
So he
done.
did get one. Good.
Yeah, I sold it to what I paid for it. I didn't want to charge. I know I could have got like $700-800 for it, but I don't care anymore.
Can we ask why? Other than
They just don't do it for me. I mean, I love Transformers. I love 5.2 toys. I love stuff and everything. I love Joe's for a while, but now it's just becoming just recolor after recolor, which Transformers does that too. But
Yeah.
I have
How many CPs you got?
Tons. But I mean, I had just more. I have more connection to Transformers.
Right. It's just
G.I.
that.
Joe.
So I did the same thing, Deluxe. I bought every single GI Joe that came out.
Yeah, I have tons of them.
I had them all, and then I sold the entire thing.
I just don't have any room. Plus, I don't have any room to put them up, and I just
There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't have the love.
No,
that
they're
you-
great.
for Transformers.
I like the Action Force stuff too as well. I just
I'm just saying that's me with Lightning Collection. So I totally get exactly what you're saying. I was just surprised that that's the line that you.
Yeah. Well, that's why I kept my Lightning collection just to MMPR, and I'm good. I'm like at a point where I'm content. I'm out. Like same with NECA Turtles. Like the only NECA Turtles that I want are Tatsu and Tatsu, Kino, and Comic April, and I'm done. Like completely done.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making NECA's going so deep. I have no idea where they're.
I'm still in with NECA, like the horror stuff. I'm on board with that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'm still getting. I need to find some more stuff. I want more Jasons. I want some more Myers. I don't care. I want all that '80s stuff and everything. I'm doing the Frankenstein, the older horror stuff, the classics.
Yeah, I've been staring at the Bride of Frankenstein. I want her and I don't want her.
I saw that. I just got the Mummy in. I got the Dracula. I just got him.
Dracula's an amazing figure. That has the best soft goods capable of any domestic figure I've ever handled.
Yeah, I'll still collect those.
But yeah, look, speaking of Joe's.
This sounds like a good talking about for 5 years of discussions. Let's finish what we got.
Let's get through this, and we'll get. These are Walmart Collector-Con GI Joe classified figures, so they're exclusives. I think the only, the classified Alley Viper. This is one where it's like, I'm into Joe's. I don't need to troop build this. Why do we need a Crimson Alley Viper?
Yeah.
You only need
go to Crimson Guard.
Right, but I mean,
everything's crimson. Everything's crimson.
Yeah.
Or Tiger Wars.
You have Crimson Vipers. You have Crimson Guards. You
Crimson Baron. I think you got Crimson Baroness coming out too.
Yeah,
coming to a 3-pack or something. It's like, okay, I'm good.
I'm glad that they're not cutting out any accessories with this set.
Yeah, that's a lot of accessories.
Yeah,
my God.
And I do like the extra paint on the shield, but yeah. If we weren't edgy, would we have our appeal? I do think the paint apps on this are good, but
yeah, I'm good
with one.
I'm buying these. I'm buying two. I'm getting at least two.
But I think this is where they get you. Whoever does the photography is for GI Joes, and it looks like the Amazing's photography.
He's doing great.
But and they even with the additional paint apps, they kept the inside of the riot shield painted,
which is cool.
Then we'll get into the mole rat again. Like I feel like this is one.
There's an interesting theory about the mole rat. Have you guys seen that about what that stuff is in his face?
Oh yeah, yes. Might as well just say it.
Because the mole rat is not in any of previous GI Joe fiction. So. Some people are saying that is actually Dark Energon in his face.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's the descriptor they talked about it. Yeah,
that's a cool mix in with the Transformer.
Really? Yep.
Huh.
It's interesting though in this photography, it's green. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
are they going for the zombie kind of look thing as well?
I think so because especially if you look at how they're posed here.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a zombie in the background of one of the recent releases?
I think it was this.
That. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I do like that. That's pretty cool. The box art, they throw in other little teasers. That's pretty cool.
So you're saying you think this is the crossover, or at
So,
least starting a crossover?
It's in the descriptor. If you go to the Walmart pre-order for this,
What?
Oh, that's cool.
they say that these are the dregs that Cobra used to mine down there, and they hit dark energon and it mutated some of them.
That's interesting.
So,
Shooter. I need Shooter. I need her.
if T was on here, he'd start his argument with me again. She looks like she's a Fortnite character.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I agreed with you that I think it's the gas mask head and the very large sniper, and I think too the proportions.
The proportions, exactly.
Like the way her arms are in, it doesn't look like they're plugged in all the way. It kind of looks
Well,
like,
those are Lady J's arms.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it just
gas
That
mask
rifle
head, that's
is
pretty cool.
Yeah.
huge. But there's things. I mean, and there's definitely.
it's going to be like this when you get it out of the box.
She got a nice ass too, probably.
It's going to be that PVC crap that is going to get bent to shit.
I bet that ass is nice. Look at that. There you go. How you doing?
I gotta say, I think as soon as Eclipse was announced, someone started planning her because she has so much of the Valiverse Eclipse to counter her. The tattoo, the knife,
Yeah.
the
Well,
You
sniper
get
rifle.
two extra, or you get an extra hair.
It sounds like you're reading something off a webpage. Let's not go there.
Well, it's at the same
Right.
time. Remember, Hasbro is releasing Steel Brigade figures.
Right.
They are going to happen.
Yeah, it's inevitable. It's a good addition for those. I'm not one of them. So we lost Deluxe again.
We
No,
got
he's
crowdfund
there.
him a new computer.
Am I
I
still
like
here? Can y'all hear me?
Oh,
Wait, how
Is
did
that
you
it?
guys switch? How did
What
you guys
is
switch
happening?
your like
it,
turn
yeah.
turn your
minute.
camera off, Sony, real quick?
No,
Now, wait, what?
hold on.
Well, that was weird because Matt had T-Man's.
Yeah, Sony had T-Mans.
Hold on.
There he is.
We have
How do
everybody
you
now.
think-
There we go.
Oh, there I am.
There.
It only fits 5 across the top. So
Hey there, everybody.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
T-Man's a regular, so they knocked me off.
So T, we've gone through
Oh,
these.
I forgot to mention what I got. I also got the last 2 cone heads from Make
Make
Toys
Toys.
too as well.
nice.
Oh, cool.
So excited for that. I want the headmasters. Giggity.
I love that T has my logo because now
Well, now, yeah, but Tim, when you went out, you had his logo, though, which is kind of weird. I was like, is T-Man here or not?
Mm.
Yeah, how are you going to change up the logos? I should give you guys my logo.
you can change it. You can
Yeah, you
change
could-
the T. You can change your logo. Just click the
I don't
T.
know how from here.
All right. Oh, never
You
mind.
don't want to.
Let's move on.
Okay, so all 3 of them are going to be
I
available
like it.
when next week.
I believe so. So Walmart
Okay.
Collector Con is when this kicks off.
I thought that was tomorrow. Is that tomorrow or next week?
I don't
It
know.
might kick off tomorrow. We'll head over to a
the link.
Walmart site real quick because that should tell us.
Does it?
So here we go: 7:18 and 7:19
Oh, okay.
at
That's next week. Okay.
7 a.m. Pacific. So 10 Eastern is when those pre-orders are going to kick off.
So
Did y'all
only
get
on-
your, did y'all get
Online.
y'all G2 Transformers like Toxitron and everything coming in?
I didn't pre-order them. It's basically I only want 2. I want was it Cloud Cover and Toxitron, and I'm good.
Zero's the only G2 guy.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I got mine coming in. So, yeah.
Yeah, but those are the only 2 that I wanted. Like the Jazz. Again, it's just like
Man, that's Sunburst Jazz, man.
yeah. If
Or
if they
Sunkissed. I'm sorry, Sunkissed.
if the deco was a little bit different on Mirage and it had the toy head, I think I'd like it better. But I
Oh,
don't
the Watermelon
like how.
Crow?
Yeah, like
Uh,
it has too much gray plastic in it for me to like it. And then what's the other one? It's
the cone head.
well, no. Cloud covers the cone head. It's not called Jazz, but it's the RC mold, and it looks like G2 Jazz.
Oh,
but
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
but I hate that RC mold so much. And it was like after
Oh,
I
you
got
see- You didn't like the GoBot? What they're doing with the
Oh, Psycho.
the Psycho, what they're doing at TFCon, the custom figure. They took the RC and made him Psycho.
Lord, that mold just sucks so much. Like that.
No, but it looks pretty cool though. It looks pretty rad. I've never done the custom class, but I would do that one. I think
Is that on the TFCon webpage? Because we'll look at that.
Yeah, it's TFCon Toronto. Yeah, it's their.
We'll
it's
go
their
to tfcon.ca.
It would look good as Cycle. It would also look, since they're doing those animated stuff, it would look good as
There we go.
Oil Slick.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
I won't lie. That looks good. I'm sure Lance will get it, and Lance will be painting it into something else, and he'll be sending me pictures. But I just.
Oh, is he going? Is he going?
Oh wait, no. I don't know if he's going to Toronto. Lance, if you're watching,
Not
I don't know if
Toronto.
he's
I
going
don't
to
think Lance
Toronto.
goes to the Toronto one. I know he goes to the other one.
Yeah, he's gonna go. I know he typically goes to LA, and then I don't know if
Yeah,
he's
he
going
does
to
that.
Florida or not.
I think it looks pretty cool. I love the head sculpt, man. That
Yeah,
looks very nice.
I won't lie. It looks good, but it's just I hate that mold so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's understandable. It is. I mean,
Yeah. But before now we're through news. I mean, so Figure Action, we started this in 2018, in July of 2018.
damn.
And originally it was me, Deluxe, Matt, and T, and Adrian. And
Oh, I miss that dude. I hope he's still alive. You heard from him?
I have not heard from him. So I
It's been a minute.
Said on the show we would love to have him on. I don't know how to get in touch with him these days.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know that his Google account's still active. But we set out to make this show as just more of a carrying on that mantra of if you like it, you win. We don't always like everything that we look at, but I think we've in the 5 years that we've done the show, we've been pretty good at recognizing that a lot of people like stuff that we don't actually like, and we respect that. And I think the Toyscape has changed a lot in 5 years. I guess what I wanted to do real quick is I want to go ahead and pull up the first video episode that we did.
Oh.
And just kind of scrub it a little bit. And just kind of see how we've changed and that we were collecting has changed. So let me go ahead and we'll get that pulled up here.
I got fat.
Well, you're me, so don't say. Here, let me.
So our first couple episodes were audio only because we didn't really know what we wanted to do, and we were really
I don't
originally.
remember any of this stuff. Thank God. I'm old. I know one thing's changing collecting is that Legends have taken over
Oh yeah.
the Transformer game.
So let me pull up episode. I have to scroll down quite a bit. So let's see, was it episode 3? Yeah. So our third episode was the first one where we did a video show, and it was aptly titled Live Action. So let me go ahead. We'll go ahead and we'll share out the entire screen. Let's do audio because for the heck of it, if we do need to.
Imagine if you got.
We're gonna copyright ourselves.
I don't have a beard or nothing.
Yeah, let's here.
Jesus,
that looks so different. Wait.
my fat face.
So there's me. Good Lord, I
Oh
was
my God.
skinny.
Hold on.
I still had the
Hold on,
mohawk.
go on there. Come on now.
There's Adrian. And we were on Google Hangouts as well. So Google Hangouts automatically did the cuts when somebody was talking.
Look at that.
That
young
looks
man.
no different.
Yep.
Ooh.
What happened to that dude?
What happened to Adrian?
Yeah.
We got a few episodes in, and
Kind of had a falling out.
yeah.
Going to that. He did his own thing, and we just kind of parted ways.
You still have the
Man.
show going?
What I want to say is that actually what got me started doing this was as me and Adrian started. We did, I was doing, my reviews and everything. So, oh Lord, look at that ugly ass Starscream. Jeez.
Yeah. The powder primes.
That's the first Starscreamer I ever passed on.
Me and him started doing some. We got together and we did some stuff on my channel, and then we started broadening out. Maybe we should do a podcast. And then I think I reached out to Extra and everybody, and we started doing that. But I think what I really started was doing stuff on my channel, and it was it just led to that. But yeah, he's a good dude, but we just we all had a falling out, and just stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe that Studio Series Megatron's 5 years old now.
Hard to believe I still have one of those figures, one of those Marvel Legends still boxed up in my
It's hard to
backlog.
believe they made that Starscream. God,
What did I get in this?
Powder Prime.
Oh, wow.
Powder Primes?
Yeah, that was Powder Primes. I think this was where I got the. Yeah, so this was, speaking of TFCon Orlando, this was where Oscar had helped me get the G2,
The G2
Jazz. Yeah.
Make Toys? That Make Toys, right?
Yeah, so Oscar was at TFCon Toronto, and he was talking to Brandon and was able to help me get the Jazz, knowing I was a big G2 guy. And that one.
Hey, Roland, no, nobody thought that Starscream was No, I never. I'm a big. If you don't know me by now, I'm a big Starscream fan, and I've never said anything good about that damn thing. Anything Powder Primes is just. Man.
Wow, and this was where we were.
Siege was coming out. Jeebus.
Well, Siege came out at the tail end of 2017, but this was like where we were getting that first
Why
look
is there
at.
a ladder in my? Oh yeah, because I can't reach the top of the collection. And stuff.
Even I don't have a ladder.
I still got the same haircut though. Hey, look at that. I still got my hair.
And you know what? I don't think you have shaved a day since that night. That one was recorded.
Probably not. I mean, I went a while. And,
Yeah, that was like where it was first coming in.
Yeah, man, Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, that's a good line right there, buddy.
It's kind of
remember Siege.
it's kind of crazy to think, because like it doesn't feel like 5 years ago, and yet here we are, looking at this Senator Shockwave and Orion, and these are molds that came out 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy to think that they're still using those molds, and Hasbro just has this weird tendency of retiring molds.
Well, they're definitely still using that Megatron mold.
Yeah. And that mold's probably coming up on 6 years old. We'll scrub a little bit. Let's see what else we were looking at in this episode. So, yeah,
Megatron
Dragon
is
Ball
new.
Fighter Z.
Yeah, Megatron is a new Bucky cap.
Yeah.
Wow, the
did you-
Masterpiece Ironhide.
Not to derail what we're looking through here, but did you guys see that they were doing that new Bucky cap for WonderCon?
No.
Yeah, Walmart's getting. Isn't Walmart getting that as an exclusive? That new.
Yep.
Yeah, that new Bucky cap.
So, sorry.
Yeah. And we were really just kind of talking through. I think at the time we were really
That's a good
mostly focused on Transformers, and wow, these were TFCon exclusives. So we were looking at that. The Machine Wars Optimus and the.
Man.
Look at my little afro.
I think Adrian had a more prominent fro than you did.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And then the
Yeah, the Black Panther line.
Oh, that was new. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh. So,
Yeah, is that when Black Panther came out? 2018? Was that the first one?
Yeah, it came out February 2018.
Jesus.
I could wait for those figures.
So in the 5 years you guys have been doing this, what is one thing in the collecting world that you guys are glad to see evolve, and what is one thing that still disappoints you to today?
Oh, this show. Definitely this show. Man.
We'll get away from sad face Matt here.
I know. Why is he frowning?
We'll get to Deluxe looking down at It's something.
My painter. I'm looking down at my painter. Like, man, look how big
I was
he
in
is.
the pool.
So
I
much
think
girth. So much
since
girth.
then, since 2018, I like that a lot of companies just said, screw it, let's give the people what they want. Let's stop making, like, especially Hasbro, let's stop making the thing stylized and just goes full G1, go full cartoon accurate on G.I. Joes and some stuff and whatnot.
Mhm.
Even
Okay.
if they're not making it, they gave it to Super 7 for G.I. Joe.
I think the thing for me that I think has evolved is back then we had this thought that we didn't know if things were going to come out, and I still think back to like 2015. I think it was 2015 when Apollyon came out, and it was such a big deal. I think Apollyon was the thing that really got me into third party collecting, because it was like, well, are they going to actually be able to do an official gun Megatron? They probably won't. And we were speculating about, well, I guess they'll have to do a tank, and there were a lot of people that were subbing in the Combiner Wars Megatron. And I think the thing that's evolved, yeah, there really were people subbing in that Combiner Wars Megatron as a masterpiece. But I think the thing that's evolved the most is now I'm not surprised when they come out with something. Like, last week we looked at NECA doing the dinosaurs, like the ABC dinosaurs. And it's like, oh yeah, it's like a matter of fact. But if you had told me 5 years ago that they would do gargoyles and dinosaurs, any sort of Ninja Turtle you wanted,
Right.
and then with Transformers, nothing's off the table. I mean, the only thing that's off the table is a mainline gun Megatron. And, but I mean, even with Siege, they fudged it with the submarine mode Shockwave, right? So for me, it's that it will come. It will be made eventually. Like, it's interesting. Like, got this Orion Pax, and this isn't what I wanted for Orion Pax, but we got the cup mold as a more cartoon accurate Orion Pax. So it's like you're gonna, if it exists, they will do it eventually, and if it's not good, they'll do it again. They'll double, triple, quadruple.
They're running out of characters. But I said this on my DevCon review that a lot of people crap on Hasbro, and I understand, it's understandable sometimes, but they are giving us characters that I did not ever think was going to get the DevCon figure. That's just and I love the mold they use. I think it's a great mold for it, and I think it's a great figure itself. But we're getting stuff, Senator Ratbat, Senator Shockwave, stuff from IDW. So they're picking and choosing and stuff, but we're getting stuff that we normally wouldn't have got. But I think the one thing that really disappoints me now is, I remember back in the heyday when third party came out, we had a new third party company coming out like every month. Now, yeah, and now we're once in a while. But the thing is, we're getting Bumblebee movie stuff. We're getting Bayverse stuff, which is fine. If you like your Bayverse, that's fine. But there are still some holes that we need to be filled, giggity, in our G1 collection masterpiece. But like I said, Legends, for me, has taken over. I love Legends. If I could start over, I would just collect Legends. That's all I would collect.
So
what they've
so
done
with the
is
emergence
so good.
with the emergence of that, and that kind of leads into things, and I like asking more questions than anything else, is you guys have been going through this for 5 years. Do you feel like you've seen the pinnacle of third party in regards to the number of companies and what was coming out every month, like you said, to kind of where we don't want to say a downslide, but the expansion and then reduction now? Because I mean, you can really count a number of prominent third party on one hand nowadays.
Everything else
Before
is
it was,
I think COVID crushed a lot of it.
Yeah.
And in 2019 we had a good stream of releases, and I remember getting some of the fans toys, Stunticons in. I think there's a lot of stuff that just kind of gets I don't want to say disregarded, but it just doesn't, it's not like mainstream, like the fans, the trans art stuff that's coming out for Beast Wars.
Oh, so good. Good.
Metagate. I think we kind of got into this headspace where there was like a big four, where it was Fans Toys, X-Transbots, MMC, and Make Toys, and now it's like Make Toys is kind of come and gone. I mean, they're kind of coming back, but then we have Fans Hobby, and I think a lot of people forget about Fans Hobby, and MMC is kind of on a.
They're doing the trilogy stuff, the Armada trilogy, Unicron trilogy stuff. So, and they're doing,
actually
Master Force and stuff. So we're getting those holes filled. That's good. Yeah. But we still got, and luckily X-Transbots got the Omnibots coming out. So there's still some, not a whole lot. That's why I was going to say we're not getting a whole lot of Masterpiece stuff. We still need some combiners. Yeah. We definitely need some combiners. And I told man, Fans Toys, I don't care if them damn things combine. Just put them out. I want to finish them off because they look so good. I don't care if they combine or not. I want them for my bot modes anyways. But there's just stuff that we need that luckily X-Transbots put out a bunch of renders, but they haven't released a bunch of stuff. So I'm still waiting. I think their first Omnibot, it actually is on Shows the and I got mine through Chosen Prime. So there's stuff. Masterpiece is not. We're not getting a lot of stuff from Masterpiece a lot. It's been, it's a lot, in between.
We did get Zeta. I think the challenge is that we're getting such deep cuts that people kind of don't care. I mean, we did get Moon Studios doing their ride and set, and now it's you and I have talked. You're like, oh, nothing's really come out from Masterpiece. I'm going the trains, and then you're like, I don't care about the trains.
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, I would rather have I want Defensor. I want Defensor done. I want the Terracons. I want Abominus. I want other Abominus. I would have
Beast Wars needs to to be finished out. Like they need to do Rhinox.
The trains were good. Yeah, the trains were good from Moon Studios. I guess for what they were, they looked decent. They didn't act right, but if I could have had another combiner of choice, I would have definitely had somebody else in the train box.
I mean, we are getting Primus, but I mean, Primus can also be Cybertron. But I'm sure there are a lot of people that would be happy with a plastic shell that's just Cybertron.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Autobot X? I think the one thing, and I'll stop talking after this, is that we've seen so many things teased in 5 years, but not come to fruition, and that's been the most frustrating part.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a lot of good premise points you guys both have brought up. Is that in the course of 5 years, has what has occurred in both Transformers, action figure lines, and also the community 5 years ago, looking at it in retrospective, have you seen, did you expect this course? Did you expect it to happen this way?
Oh yeah, they'd have to. I mean, because they're just running out. Like I said, there's a couple holes to fill in G1, but now, like what the Fans Hobby is doing and what TransArts is doing. TransArts is giving us Transmetal 2. Well, Takara was never going to touch probably
and Fusors.
And Fusors. I can't wait for Quick Strike. Yeah. And so they're doing stuff. They're staying there in their lane and they're doing their own thing. Because like Takara, and where's Takara Masterpiece? I mean, we're finally we might got Rhinox coming, but God, it's been what? 3 years since we've gotten a Beast Wars original. No, we got a recolor.
Tigatron was I think 2 years.
2020, 21, 2022 or something like that.
I know I definitely got him while I was in this new house.
Like I said, TransArt's doing some good stuff, and with the Fans Hobby, they're doing they're filling in some of the stuff and everything. But Fans Toys is still they're giving us, but they're going more of the cartoon look, and a lot of people don't like that.
And that was another question for you guys, is in regards to you saw a shift. And again, I started collecting back when the pandemic started, so I don't have all the history that you guys have. But one thing that I know you've all talked about at one point is that, as T mentioned, they gave them what the people wanted. It was going tune, which means it was less risk. Do you miss the individuality that some of these the companies that you saw bringing MP out earlier? And the only example I can identify with recently is Kang Toys with their Predaking. It definitely stylized, definitely took a risk. But do you feel like that was a successful endeavor? Do you want risk back in? Do you want them to try to stylize and take their own path other than being slavish to nostalgia?
I think it was a split down the middle. Really, a lot of people hate it because it wasn't G1. A lot of people loved it because it wasn't G1, if that makes sense. But
That's my thing. Like, I used to I bought it all. Fans Project. I thought Fans Project was the shit.
Their
loved
headmasters
their
are awesome.
Their headmaster. I mean, well, except for I think Browning, but I mean, I love them all. I think I bought everything except their quick switch. You know, I thought when they did their Heart Masters, I thought those were absolutely awesome. I bought the damn Monstructor. You know, I thought it was a small scale, as you said, it was stylized. You had some of the neatest things, some of the neatest concepts when their Smart Robin came out. It had one of the coolest transformations. The engineering was beautiful. I had their Menasor for 2 months because goddamn that thing was a bitch to transform. Or the hardest things one of the hardest things I ever transformed. And yes, I kind of miss that of having that distinct look where you could get I had a Hardhead, for example, or actually I mentioned Smart Robin, their Brainstorm. They had one. Toy World had one. You could actually get two of the same figure, but you had two distinct renditions of that figure. So yes, I do miss that because then I could collect different Optimus Primes, but each one still fit a different niche because it did it differently. Fans Project did the first. Oh, sorry.
No. I was going to let you continue. I just had one more comment to go on with that.
Fans Project, they did their Warbot, which was one of the first complete figures of Springer. Independently made, their own interpretation.
Man, that was so much die-cast.
Yeah,
that thing was die-cast.
You can still. Go ahead.
Go to you, Sony.
You can still find something to love, even though things are the same or looking the same. They're looking tuned. For me, it's engineering and design. Finding a new figure, even though it's looks similar. Engineering design, especially like New Age, they are making the same characters, but one at a different scale, and two, the engineering is just incredible. What they're able to do.
I love the Seekers.
I have plenty of Jetfires, and they're all G1. Like a lot of them are G1, but I still love this thing because the engineering. And this is the design is incredible to me, even though it's cookie cutter G1.
Because they're fun, just like I said, they're fun. I mean, some of and they're getting more complex, especially the Magic Square stuff. But it's not a complex transformation where you want to throw it across the room. It's fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little panels and everything. You got to be, but I think that's the reason why they do their the plastic the way they do it, so they can move around and do more better stuff. Like New Age, New Age got I think. For some reason, I think New Age is with Fans Toys. With their paint and their engineering, their sculpts, they're perfect for Fans Toys. But with Legends, they're just fun despots. You can sit there. You don't have to sit there for an hour trying to transform something. It takes about 5-10 minutes, and you have a good time doing it. And I mean, I just like I said, if I had a chance to do over, I would just collect Legends.
I think I would too.
Okay,
base wise.
So
here's what they might.
What's that, Dave?
One thing you talked about the difference between collecting now and 5 years ago. We're sitting here talking about Transformers, but we're talking about collecting across the hobby. Something that's come out in the last years. So many more independent toy lines.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
That I think has something that I love. That's been
Raymond.
I only got two of these guys.
That's a good sign.
Well,
independent toy.
Big AWOC.
Yeah, I got one of the AWOCs there. He's good. He's really good.
Yeah,
agreed.
This Action Force, things like companies now like Savage Crucible, Kickstarter has done an amazing thing. The Four Horsemen were the ones that absolutely killed it, and they were the ones that changed the game completely by going independent with their Mythic Legions, and that's what I think caused more stuff like this to appear. It's where you have the non-Hasbros coming out, and in some ways taking us, I did that show a while ago about Hasbro has no obligation to us as collectors, and it's absolutely true. They don't. So now companies are catering the collectors that are now coming out. Hey, we're 40-year-old, we're 35, sorry, 35-plus-year-old men and children that we want to throw our money on.
Not only are they doing that, but companies like Jada are kind of trying to come in and be the answer to Hasbro with like better pricing and
doing amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, I have to sign off.
They're doing.
I want to congratulate you guys. 5 years is amazing.
Thank you.
I'm not part of the original crew, but I appreciate you guys bringing me in.
But now you're part of the crew, so
I'm part of the crew, so I appreciate it, and I've had a good time so far, and let's do another 5 years.
Hell yeah,
awesome. All right,
cool.
So to take that and expand upon a little bit, we witnessed in 5 years a global change in societies. We went for a period where you couldn't see each other. How do you see the community, collecting community as a whole? How did you feel with how the adapting to COVID, the increase of the increase? But did you see the benefits of increasing in regards to like content creators? Did you see how the community changed for good or ill between 5 years ago and today?
Everybody and their mom is doing reviews now. I mean, it brought together, a bunch of us that I go to, we got Cato, got Patriot Prime, Inyutabi, Fire Talks, and all those guys. Yeah, he's 50. Yeah. So it really brought all of us together, and we actually got to go to a TFCon together in Baltimore.
That's
we got
right.
to see each other.
That's where I met most of you guys.
That's how I got
going to
Mike.
Orlando. We're all going to Orlando in October, and we're all going to hang out again as well. So the pandemic kind of brought us all together, and as one, I don't think we would have really, actually probably would never hung out with each other. I mean, maybe eventually, because I started doing the round 30, so I probably would have eventually got everybody together. But and they started doing stuff and everything. So I think it brought a lot of people together, and like I said, it brought a lot of people doing reviews too as well. I mean,
I think there is a factor of that where people couldn't see their friends, so the internet became a place to try and form connections and friendships and have a conversation. So I do think that there were some silver linings to it, because again, I don't think I would have gotten as involved with those guys as I have if not for the fact that you did and brought me into it.
Okay. Do you feel? Dave mentioned one of his reactions, which Mariana is asking when the next one's going to be. You brought up tribalism. Have you seen? Obviously, we view that as a negative, but was it as prominent 5 years ago than it is today?
No.
Okay.
Well, okay. Actually, no, I can't say that because before the tribalism, and actually Deluxe, this is going to call on you out on this one because you were kind of in the thick of it because that was part of your theme. Hail Hasbro. You had the Hail Hasbros versus the third-party fans toys people. People were like, "I'm never touching Hasbro again," versus the diehards.
Yeah.
So that was pre-pandemic. I think that was that tribalism was still there. Now I think the tribalism has in some ways become even more inclusive because since we have so few figures, like your fans toys people, again, the Action Force people, those guys. Sorry, I love Action Force figures. I love other people, but my God, they're tribalism.
We see it in the masterpiece space too, where they're like Mike experiences it with like, you like KFC or X-Transbots, and there's a lot of people just want to dunk on it, and I think that there's a lot of issues with X-Transbots figures, but I also think that there's a lot of good that I know Sony hopped off, but that ape face was one of their best figures and still is.
Yeah. So you guys feel that as time has progressed, the idea of having an opinion has become more, I hate to say the word politicized, but it really does fall in that sociological line where it's either you're in or you're out.
No, you just gotta not follow that crap. I mean, it's just
Okay.
Facebook. I read stuff, and I get it in my comments sometimes too.
Yeah.
Maybe not really, not with my comments. I don't really get a bunch of bad ones because I'm
Right.
just a happy-go-lucky guy and I love
Yeah.
Transformers. And I give everything. I collect everything from Hasbro, third-party, Legends, and everything.
Mhm.
So I give everything a shot. So, but I read it on Facebook. I read it. There. Instagram's not as bad because it's mainly pictures and everything. But I'm not on Twitter. Twitter's a cesspool. I'll never
Right.
be on Twitter again. So it's just now I just don't pay attention. I'm a grown ass man. I don't have time to worry about what your opinion is. That's great. If you love it, you win. That's all that matters. I don't care. I'm gonna like my stuff. You're gonna like your stuff. I'm not here to change your mind. You're not gonna change my mind. I mean, if you do, that's great. And if I change your mind, that's wonderful. But I'm just too old for this to worry about someone in a different state or a different country that it doesn't agree with my opinion. I don't care. I really don't care. It's just nonsense going back. I see people going back and forth on Facebook. I'm like, this is why people make fun of us. This is
Right.
why people
Yeah,
make fun of
I
nerds.
agree.
That's why. There's no point of arguing with somebody about a fucking toy that you don't know this person. It's just stop. Just
People are yelling.
Yeah.
People, I guess, because again, people were talking about on his take that, oh look, Action Force is coming out with another colored troop builder. They only can do
Okay,
those. Meanwhile,
awesome.
and
Don't
then at
buy
the same
it.
time, and then
Or
the same
buy it.
breath, ooh, I'm so excited for the Crimson Alley Viper. It's like,
Yes.
I think a lot of it comes from the fact that, like, pre-pandemic, I think people had a bit more money. And I think that's just kind of a it's not really a subjective fact. It's just the objective truth. And I think pre-pandemic, a lot of people, they didn't need the confirmation bias. And I see now where people own figures, and it's not just figures; it goes for video games too. And they just want a reviewer to confirm you made a good purchase. Rather, the point of a review initially, like when I first started watching reviews. God, 17 years ago, 2006, 2007 was when I first started watching reviews. And I still have a review up on my channel. If you want to see a really young me, it's there. But back then, it's just like you would watch a review and, you would just be like, oh, hey, I want a new figure. I want to, I want to know what the best one to get is. I can't have them all.
Yeah.
And you would watch reviews to say, oh, hey, the consensus is this is good. I'm going to spend my money on it. Now I see people in the comment section, oh, you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. There's a tab. It's like,
I hate when they do that to me.
Right.
It's like, and I think Mike Tyson said it right. I think he said it like a lot of people say a lot of stuff that hadn't got their ass whooped, and they can say on the internet that you can tell that you have not gotten your ass whooped before. So I think he says something like that, like Mike Tyson. But yeah, I mean, and I just, you know what? I don't even say. I just say thank you, thanks for the info, and then, thank you for watching. Because I just don't, if I forget something, I forget something. It's just I'm human. It happens.
also, I think during the pandemic, people would join a group, whether it be a Transformer group, an action, whatever group. And then they became really defensive of that group. That was their group. That was their community. How dare someone now speak against that thing? For the last 8 months, I've been talking to these people about this thing, whether it be a video game. Listen, I've been playing Call of Duty now for 8 hours, 16 hours a day for the last 3 weeks. I'm on my Call of Duty group and talking about that. Why is someone talking to me about Battlefield? Man, that stuff is nothing. So,
Sportus, you can't say that. That's trademarked.
So
I get a lot of stupid. I get sometimes. I not on me mainly. I see a lot of comments on other ones. Now I know T-Man probably gets a lot of them because he has a lot more subs and stuff and everything, so he gets more interaction. But there's a Facebook group that a lot of people are in, and we make fun of these people when they post these stupid. It's just like, and I hate when they where can I buy it? I'm like, look. I really want. I just want to go look. as long as it took for me to respond to you, which is usually a day, you could have already Googled that in 5 minutes and found out where you could have got this. Just put the name in Google. It will tell you tons of places. Big Bad Toy Store. So please,
Shartimus will tell you. Big
Yeah.
Bad Toy Store. Just buy it there.
I know. It's just like and I have a thing in front of mine, Chosen Prime.
Mhm.
It's right on the front of mine. It's where I thank all my members, and I thank I think I think Chosen Prime. You can get them there too. I mean, Chosen Prime has everything. So I hate when they say, "Where can I buy it?" And it's just like, come on now.
Where can I find it? At your mom's.
Damn.
So going back specifically with figure action, what is your fondest memory from the past 5 years for doing these live streams, for incorporating different people, different views, different lines? What is one specific item that springs to your mind as soon as Jordan said, "Hey, we were celebrating 5 years"? Oh shit! Do you remember this? Do you guys have an example of that?
I mean, I have one right off the top of my head. I mean, really, I have two. The first one is having John Bailey on. So John Bailey, epic voice guy. I think that was the coolest guest that we've ever got. Not that we haven't had some cool guests on here, but that was like, wow, we got a.
What about David's face on the shirts?
I mean, that was a fun one.
That was going to be mine, actually.
Oh, my bad. I
But,
ruined that. My fault.
I think you'll probably do the Nightwing one too. But for me, like having John Bailey on was like, wow, I couldn't believe we had pulled that off. And it was just a really pleasant conversation. He's a really good dude. I really enjoyed talking to him.
He blew me off on around 30. Just gonna
He
put that
did?
out there. Yeah.
No. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, can't win
But-
them all.
But yeah, I mean, it was that, and then also my runner-up is probably when we had Chago King on. Again, really awesome dude. I'm a big MMC fanboy, so having a guy that has designed some of my favorite third-party figures was just an absolute treat. And again, we had a really good conversation with him. So those are my two fondest memories.
Okay. Well, Dave, what do you have?
Well, the shirt thing I thought cracked up. The whole factor of how that blew up. I miss Nightwing him to death. Him in the chat room, I think, added so much to the community of it. For me, guest-wise, actually was Cassie Sark.
That was a good one too.
That I thought was a fantastic conversation, and that poor guy got such a damn raw deal.
Thanks to Spence. We also had Spence on.
We had Spence from Moss Toys. And I said that was kind of one. And
Man, they stole my $100, man, for that damn Tetra jet.
I thought you had 300 locked up with them.
No, I just did the Starscream. And
Okay.
Mother.
so that would probably be. And then honestly, for me, it was actually the best one was actually TFCon in Virginia.
Yeah, TFCon was really good. I mean,
the Virginia one. I think that one there was something about that.
That's just a good area, Reston. That's a
Reston
fun.
one,
I hope they go back.
The whole atmosphere was so different, was so positive, was just, again, that was the pre-pandemic one where it was a bunch of Transformer fans all together being really scared of the girls in that
also
the drawers. Yeah, they draw a lot for some reason. Hey, that's your thing. If that's your thing, hey, you win. That's all that matters. Yeah. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All I can say is some of those girls were probably more than meets the eye.
Yeah. Sportimus definitely brings up a good memory of Dave knocking over his Power Rangers in this year.
Oh, you weren't there.
The T-Man
one. There was a much better one when I was at my old house before I moved. Mm-hmm. And across from where I was recording was a shelf where I had all my Cyberverse figures. What the hell was that?
Wow.
Anyway, it was across from all my Cyberverse figures, and they all just cascaded down. And I'm just sitting here watching it happen over my computer, and I'm just like, my jaw just. I'm like, I think Zero may have gifted it. I don't remember, but I was just like,
I don't think I gifted. I know I capped it.
Yeah. So that you think the Power Ranger thing was funny? That one back then was much, and it was because it was every one of those Prime Cyberverse figures. I love. I know, Deluxe, you like Legends. When those came out, that was my crack. I love those.
They still are crack.
Well, I do have to say, I mean, as a recent addition to the show, which I'm humbled to have the opportunity to talk with you guys and get to know you each week. I can say there's definitely some memories I have of randomly popping in and out of here. Hearing the rapport between you guys when Joe was on a lot was interesting, and a lot of ways that things would go left to right and ramblings and whatnot.
That makes a good podcast right there. It really does. I mean, you when you get off topic, you start talking like we do it, and everything. And that's what I used to do when I was on Shattercast and everything. We would just Transformers would be the main focus, but we would also talk about life and talk about other things, and just it derailed to something else. And that makes, I think that, in my opinion, makes a great podcast. And that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. So I think it's fun. Agreed.
And just like the various times we've had out, we've seen the community come together. Extra, I remember when you were talking about your friend that had the GoFundMe for when she had surgery.
Yeah, that was really Dave's friend. That was
I'm sorry,
Melissa. Yeah, but still, I mean, we've been able to step up and help people out, and it's been it's been a good experience being able to be involved with the community.
And I think that's really one of the things that drew me into watching you guys is the interaction amongst yourselves, how you acknowledge a lot of the people in the chats at times without having to resort like just highlighting payment options or whatnot. You open up the opportunity to buy merchandise and whatnot, but it's never really pushed. It's never a heavy item. The focus is on collecting, enjoyment, and just having a good time for an hour and a half a week. And that is, I think, the big success that you've been able to sustain that for 5 years, and Lord willing, 5 more years, as long as we're all in the race.
Yeah.
Because at some point there's going to be the end of the road, and this is where you get to look backwards and say, here's how we went, here's how we are, and here's how it's going to end. But let's not get to that anytime soon.
Right. Exactly. It's kind of interesting to think about how long some people in the collecting space have been doing it. I've been watching Ben's Collectibles since probably 2013. Been watching Shartimus for a very long time. Been watching Emgo, Pia. I've been watching Pia since I was still a teenager. Wow. What's another one that's interesting is Bolt Matrix. Bolt Matrix I've been watching since I was a teenager. Now I'm happy to call the man a friend. And, that was another great experience, getting to hang out with him at TFCon and having him on the show, and he's one of the OG Transformers YouTube reviewers.
I think that I thought the community always comes together too. Like, I don't know if y'all know Chauncey Hayworth. I don't know if he. He just found out he had cancer last month. And he has a GoFundMe out there. If y'all want to get, I donated. He's a good dude. I mean, he subs to everybody. He subscribes and everything. So, it's just when something happens, everybody comes together. We may bicker and fight, over toys, but when something real life happens, we help each other, and that's a good thing as always. Yeah. So,
well, it's fantastic, and having individuals like you, Deluxe, with the ability to just bring a smile to someone's face, however much effort you
that could be gas. That could really be gas. That's possible gas.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I'm going. Like I said, I'm going to be at BotCon in August next month. I'm going to be at TFCon in Orlando. I hope some people extra. Hope you're going to Orlando.
I would like to go, but it's up in the air.
Oh, you're not going. God dang it!
It's not a no.
My sales have been down.
Anyways, I would like to hang out with y'all again. So that's
absolutely.
that's a good thing. So, but I'm looking forward to BotCon. I'm looking forward to TFCon. It's going to be a great time and everything. So, I love doing reviews. I still, get upset, that my views are trash, but I still have fun doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it until, I don't know, until I, just done with it, I guess. I don't know. So, I don't know.
Well, no, it's that's what makes the community the way it is. In regards to like, we see each other as family. We've as Jordan was saying, there are continuous years that we have been watching collections grow, discussions grow, bodies grow,
Trying to say.
and it's
Well, some people like to go back to Ben's collectibles. Like, have you seen him lately?
yes, his
Dude, that
transformation
dude's
is
buff.
amazing.
Yeah, and he went from being completely wheelchair bound to that.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I told you I'm down. I'm down 22 pounds this past month.
Awesome,
And
congratulations.
I'm gonna work it. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna try to lose a lot of weight, and so I can enjoy these cons. Like the last couple of years that I've been going, I just haven't enjoyed them because I've just been too overweight, and I can't. I just didn't move around. But now I'm back in. I've been working out. I've been working out about 3 or 4 times a week, and I want to get back into it where I go to these cons and I can enjoy them, and not worry about my back hurting or something. I just can't, and everything. So. I'm looking forward to going to BotCon and TFCon and actually walking around and talking to people and not just sitting on my fat ass, and everything. I'm going to sit on my fat ass anyways, but, I'm still big. I'm still, I'm still there, but I have goals and I'm hoping that I reach them and everything because I want to be around. I'm 46, going to be 47. I'm getting up there in age just like everybody else is. And, a lot of stuff happens when you get old and,
yeah,
you just gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for that stuff, man.
All right.
So I want everybody to take care of themselves.
absolutely.
Good.
And thank y'all for having me on. This was an honor. I had a great time. I hope I made y'all laugh a little bit, and everything. Maybe cry a little bit. Who knows? But anytime that y'all want me on, if I'm available, I will definitely be on.
Hey, if you want to sub for me next week, because I'll be in the Carolinas. I'll be back the following week.
Yeah.
I can't ask my
Okay.
wife, but I gotta ask the boss.
Yeah, and I'll be out the first full week of August, so there's another opportunity for you to pop in, if you get the invite,
Okay. Awesome.
But no, I have to get ready to leave, but I just want to say again, it's humbling for me to be able to hang out with you guys, listen to the stories, celebrate 5 years of figure action with a great chat group that apparently has been with you on this ride.
Yeah, we've had
from
a lot
the
of
beginning. So,
and I got to shout out Toy Mafia because Toy Mafia is always the first one in the show. Hasn't won a damn thing. And so Toy Mafia, I said I was going to do a giveaway, but you're always the first one in here. And I want to make sure you get recognized for that. So email me ExtraZero@gmail.com, and I'm going to get a shirt and a little something out to you.
Oh,
So I know we normally
it's
do
a
the
Peter
drawing.
pick. You're gonna
No,
get a Peter
it's
pick.
not. But
the Dave shirt.
it could be a Dave shirt if he wants one.
There you go.
Hey.
So
All right. Well, again, I'm sorry I had to get ready to go, but
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Same scenario.
Congratulations to 5 years. Here's for 5 more. Hope I'm along for the ride for that. And for everyone in the chat, again, thanks for being along with us. So, what the hell is that?
It's a pug that stretches. It looks like what it looks like. Maybe you put it on.
yeah, we know what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's
All
a
right,
gator.
well,
Good night,
yeah.
folks.
All
All right,
right,
take
we're
care.
gonna catch up.
That'll do
See
it
you
for
guys.
tonight's episode. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Again, Toy Mafia, hit me up. We'll see you all on the next episode. Again, I'll be on vacation, but it'll still be going on, and I'll be back the following week to kick it
I'll
off.
talk about you. Yeah.
Not everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.